Hello students, myself Pallavi Borade, teacher at Ferguson Junior College, Pune. I teach vocational electronics. So today we are going to start the chapter number 4, that is multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoders and decoders from paper number 2. So let's start the presentation. So the name of the chapter number 4 is multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoders and decoders. So let's see the contents first. So in this chapter we are going to study digital circuits first, then multiplexer, the detailed study of multiplexer. Then we will see the first type of multiplexer, that is 4:1 mux. Then we will see the demultiplexer, the types of demultiplexer, that is 1:4 demux. Then after that we are going to study the encoders, in that also decimal to BCD encoders. Then we will see the priority encoder. After that decoders, and there are two types of decoder, that is BCD to decimal and BCD to 7 segment decoders. So let's start with this chapter. So digital circuits. So here in this chapter we are going to study these two types of digital circuits, and they are divided into two categories. The first one is combinational circuits and sequential circuits. So what do you mean by combinational circuits? So basically these circuits are, it is a logic circuit that output of which depends upon the input present at that instant of time. So there is no memory element in this circuit, and examples are operators, encoders, etc. So if you observe this diagram, it has only n inputs and m outputs. There is no memory elements or there is no feedback from output to input. So basically the combination circuits where inputs and outputs are depend on the instant of time which is present. After that, sequential circuits. So what do you mean by sequential circuits? So the outputs at any instant of time depend upon the present input as well as the past inputs or outputs. So here memory elements are used to store the information, and examples are shift registers and counters. So if you observe this block diagram, then here combinational logic circuits are there to apply inputs and to get outputs, and one memory element is used to store the outputs and which is used to feedback the combinational logic circuits. So sequential circuit is basically combination of combinational logic circuits and memory elements. So the circuit difference. So first is combination circuits, there is no storage elements. In the sequential circuits we have to add storage elements in the combinational circuits also. So we can store next state as well as present state in that storage elements. So let's see the difference between combinational and sequential circuits. So in this, output depends only on present input, and in sequential output depends upon the present as well as past input. Here speed is fast in combinational circuits, and in sequential circuits speed is slow. It is designed easily and it is designed tough as compared to the combinational circuit. In this combinational, there is no feedback between input and output, but in sequential circuit, there exists a feedback path between input and output. This is time independent, and in sequential, there is a time dependent circuits are also there. Elementary building blocks are logic gates in combination circuits, but in sequential circuits, flip-flops are the building blocks. Combination circuits are used for arithmetic as well as Boolean operations, and sequential circuits are mainly used for storing data. Combinational circuits don't have capability to store any state, but in sequential circuits have capability to store any state or to retain earlier state. As combinational circuits don't have clock, they don't require triggering, but in sequential circuits as are clock dependent, so they need triggering pulse. In combination circuits, these circuits do not have any memory element and these circuits have memory elements. So in this way we can compare combinational as well as sequential circuits. So let's start with the first combinational circuit, that is multiplexer. So this is the diagram of NS to1 mux. Mux is the short form of multiplexer. So what do you mean by mux? A multiplexer is many to one. That means it has many inputs but output is only one. So that's why it is called as many to one. So it is a combination circuit with n data inputs, one output and m select inputs, which selects one of the n data inputs and connect it to the outputs. So basically the data inputs are depend on the select inputs. So let's see the working. So the multiplexer has n inputs, m control signal and one output signal. A strobe or enable input is also connected to the mux and which is called G. G is applied which helps to cascade the another MX, and it is basically active low input. So the formula for to select inputs and select inputs is 2 raised to m is equal to n, where M is the select lines and N is the applied input data. So what is the need of this multiplexer? So in most of the electronic systems, the digital data is available from more than one sources, and it is necessary to route or connect to this data to single line. So under such circumstances, we require a circuit which selects one of the many sources at a time. So this circuit is nothing but MUX, which has many inputs and one output. So MUX improves the reliability of digital system. So let's see the first type of MUX, that is 4:1 MUX. So here data selection of 4:1 multiplexer. So if we apply 2 raised to m is equal to n, then n is equal to 4 because the applied inputs are 4, and m is equal to 2 control lines, that is we have 2 control lines for this 4:1 MUX, and this diagram shows the data selection of 4-bit multiplexer D0, D1, D2, D3. One output is connected to either in data lines, it depends on the select lines. So let's see the truth table and the logic symbol of 4:1 MUX. So if you observe the logic symbol, then we have D0, D1, D2, D3 as data inputs, 4-bit data, and S0, S1 as 2 raised to m is equal to n. So we have 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So we have select lines, 2 select lines, S0 and S1. And there is one enable input, active low is also connected to this MUX. And we have one output here, Y. So in truth table, strobe G, the first condition, if it is 1, that is strobe input is 1, then select inputs S1 and S0 are not selected, then output is always 0. So that's why strobe input is at active low condition, it has to be connected to the ground. When strobe input is 0 and select inputs are 0, 0, then D0 will select. If select inputs are 0, 1, then D1 will select. And if select inputs are 1, 0, then D2 data will select. And if it is 1, 1, then D3 data inputs will select at the output. So by using this truth table, we can calculate output equation for 4:1 MUX as Y is equal to D0 S1 bar S0 bar plus D1 S1 bar S0 plus D2 S1 S0 bar plus D3 S1 S0. So this is the logic diagram of 4:1. Here we can use 3 NOT gate as enable input, S0 and S1 select inputs, and 4 AND gates are used for data inputs, and 1 OR gate is used for output. So this is the application. We can construct MUX using rotary switch also. So we can connect multiple data inputs as I0 to IN. Then there is one switch, data selection switch is used, and single data output. So working of control inputs, as you can see in this diagram, if D0 is there, A and B, that is the select input as 0, 0, we can select D0. So in this way, we can use these control inputs to select different data inputs. So this is the practical application of multiplexer. Here in this diagram, we can use different inputs as data inputs for MUX, and we can use that output as only one output is connected to that MUX. So selected source are MP3, laptop, satellite, and cable TV as per select inputs. So there are some ICs are available in the market which are standard multiplexer IC. The first one is 74153, which is called dual 4:1 multiplexer. In the same IC, we have 2 MUX, 4:1 MUX. So this is the pin diagram of IC 74153. Next is 74157, which is quad 2:1 multiplexer. This is the pin diagram of this IC. Here quad means 4 2:1 MUX which are available in the same IC. Third type is 74150. It is 16:1 multiplexer and the output is always inverted input. So there is only one 16:2 multiplexer is used in this IC. We can apply 16 inputs to this IC and we'll get only one output, but the output is always inverted input. Types of multiplexer. So this is the diagram of 2:1 MUX where S0, that is one select line and 2 data lines are connected. In 4:1, 4 data lines where 2 select lines are connected. In 8:1 MUX, if you apply D0 to D7, that is the data lines, 8 data lines are applied to the 8:1 MUX, and here 3 select lines are required for this 8:1 MUX. In 16:1:1 MUX, we have D0 to D15 data lines and we have S0 to S3, 4 select lines are required for this type of MUX. Applications of MUX. So it is used as a data selector to select one of out of many data inputs. It is used for simplification of logic design. Designing the combination circuits to minimize the number of connection in a logic circuit. Advantages. So it minimizes the IC packages count and the system cost. Simplification of logic expression is not required. Logic design is not complicated. It improves the reliability of the system by reducing the number of external wired connection. So this is multiplexer tree. So by using different types of mux, we can design this multiplexer tree. So the multiplexer having more number of inputs can be obtained by cascading 2 or more multiplexer with less number of inputs, and this is called multiplexer 3. So here 4:1 is used 4 times, then we can apply 16 inputs for this multiplexer tree. So let's solve the designing of mux. So the first problem is implement the expression using a multiplexer as A, B, C, D, and we have 0, 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 11 and 13 as the multiplexer inputs. So A, B, C, D are 4 variables, that's why we require 4 select inputs. And if we apply 2 raised to m is equal to n, then m is 4 and n is 16. So here 16 raised to 1 mux is required. So this is the diagram for this expression. Here the inputs are connected to the logic 1 and the rest of the inputs are connected to the logic 0. So in this way we can implement this expression by using this diagram. Second, implement the expression using multiplexer. Here A, B, C, that is only 3 select lines are required and inputs are 0, 2, 4, 5, 6. So m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 8. So here 8:1 mux is required. So if you apply this 8:1 mux, then we can apply this 0, 2, 4, 5, 6 to logic 1 and rest of the inputs are connected to the logic 0. In this way we can draw the logic diagram for this expression. Next type of is demultiplexer. So demultiplexer means one to many. So it is opposite to multiplexer. So this circuit has 1 input signals, m control signals and n output signal. Here the formula again same, 2 raised to m is equal to n. So demultiplexer is also called as data distributors because the outputs are greater than data inputs. Only one input is required and we can select output by using control select inputs. So this is the logic diagram of 1:4 demux, that is one input is applied to this demux and 4 output lines are there, D0, D1, D2 and D3. This is the truth table of 1:4 demux. Here input is 1, again enable input is 1. If select input is S0 and S1, if it is 0, 0, then we will get D0 as output and D1, D2, D3 are 0. So if you apply 0, 1, then we will get D1. If you apply 1, 0, then we will get D2. If you apply 1, 1, then we will get D3 as our data output. Again, like mux ICs, we have demux ICs are also available in the market. First one is 74155, that is 1:4 demultiplexer. Then IC 74138 is the 1:8 demultiplexer IC. Then we have IC 74154, which is 1:16 demultiplexer IC. So this is the real-time application of demux. Here one computer is connected to the demux and we can select number of outputs by using one computer. So the outputs can be the laser printer, fax machine, color printer or pen plotter. By using this select lines we can select different data outputs. So let's see the second part, that is encoders. What do you mean by encoders? So an encoder is a device which converts information from one format or code to another for the purpose of standardization, speed or compression. So basically it converts the information which is in the human message in the coded form. That's why it is called as encoder. So the process of converting from familiar symbols to the numbers in a coded format is called as encoding. Digital encoder, more commonly called a binary encoder, takes all its data inputs one at a time and then convert into the single encoded output. The first type of encoder is decimal to BCD encoder. So here we can convert decimal number into the binary coded decimal digits. So here we have 10 inputs as 1 to 9 decimal numbers and it is converted into the BCD format. That's why we have 4 types of data outputs are here, A, B, C, D. So it has 10 inputs, 1 for each decimal digit and 4 output corresponding to the BCD code. This is 10 to 4 line encoder. So What do you mean by 8421 BCD code? So BCD stands for binary coded decimal. A BCD number is a 4-bit binary group that represents one of the 10 decimal digit from 0 to 9. So let's see the example. If decimal number is 4926, then we can represent this number into 8421 BCD code as 4 as 0100, 9 as 1001, 2 as 0010, and 6 as 0110. So we can represent this decimal number up to 9 only. So this is the representation of decimal input into the BCD output. So if you press 7, then we will get 0111 as BCD output. So this is done by decimal to BCD encoder. So encoders are in the IC forms. So this encoder translates from decimal input to the BCD output. So basically this encoder is in type of IC. So the first IC which is used as encoder as priority encoder, and the number is IC 74147. This is the type of TTL IC. So why it is called priority encoder? Because the output of this priority encoders corresponds to the currently active input which has the highest priority. So when an input with a higher priority is present, all other inputs with a lower priority will be ignored. So this is the IC number. It has active low decimal inputs, and we have BCD output as A, B, C, D. This is the truth table of IC 74147 priority inputs decoders. So a decoder is similar to a demultiplexer with one exception: there is no data inputs. So the only inputs are the control inputs. So there are various types of decoders are available. First one is BCD to decimal decoder, and second one is BCD to 7-segment decoder. So basically decoders are who decode the human message from binary to desirable data. So that's why this type of decoder is called as demultiplexer also. But it does not have any input. It depends only on control inputs. So let's see the first type of decoder, that is BCD to decimal decoder. So BCD to decimal decoders can be used to convert BCD input into a decimal format. The output can be displayed by using display device like LEDs, and it is also called as 1:10 decoder. So this is the logic diagram of BCD to decimal decoder. So if you observe this diagram, we have A, B, C, D as BCD format digital inputs, which are connected by using NOT gate to 10 Y0 to Y9 data outputs, which is in the form of decimal. So BCD format is converted into each decimal equivalent. So this is the truth table of BCD to decimal decoder. So if you observe this truth table, then this decoder is used only for BCD inputs. That's why we can decode this 0 to 9 BCD inputs. That's why after 9, if you apply 10 to 15 BCD format, then it is invalid for this type of decoder. That's why this red area is given. Second type of decoder is BCD to 7-segment decoder. So 7 segments are basically a type of display which has 7 segments. So the most digital equipment has some means for displaying information in a form that can be understood by the user. So this information is often numerical data but also be alphanumerical. So one of the simplest and most popular methods for displaying a numerical digit uses a 7-segment configuration to form digital characters 0 to 9 and sometimes the hex characters A to F. So the 7-segment displays are in the form of common cathode type or common anode type. So the first is common cathode type. If you observe this diagram, then 7 LEDs are connected together. If it is common cathode type, then in this type all cathode of LEDs are short together and connected to the ground, which is at pin number 3, and each of anode is connected to the respective segment A through G. So here 7 segments are connected to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the LEDs of anodes are connected to the segments and cathodes are connected to the ground. That's why this type of display is called as common cathode type. Next type is common anode type. So here if you observe, again 7 LEDs are here, which cathodes are connected to the segment A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then anodes of this all 7 LEDs are connected to the plus volt, that is common anode. In this type, all anodes of LEDs are short together and connected to the plus VCC, and each of cathode is connected to the respective segments. So that's why this type of display is called as common anode type. So one common arrangement uses light emitting diodes for each segment. By controlling the current through each LED, some segments will be light and other will be dark, so that desired characters pattern will be generated. So in this way we will get the 7 segment display for each respective number. If you want to display 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So for number 1, only B and C segments are glow and others are off. So this is the display pattern. If you want to display 6 on the 7 segment display, then figure shows the segment pattern that are used to display the various digits. For example, for 6, the segment A, C, D, E, F and G are made bright while segment B is dark. So if you want to display 1, then B and C segments are bright and other segments are dark. So I have given example number 3, that is if you want to display number 2 on 7 segment display, then here A, B, D, E and G, these segments are bright and F and C segments are dark. So in this way we can display 0 to 9 numbers on this 7 segment display irrespective of this segment, and we can display alphanumericals also, that is from A to F on this display. So let's see the functions. So these are the important functions of BCD to 7 segment decoders. The first one is LT, that is lamp test. So this is used to check the segments of LED display, and if it is connected to logic 0, all segments of the display connected to the decoder will be on. Normally it is connected to the logic 1 at pin number 3. So basically lamp test is used to check the 7 segment display is working or not. Second one is RBI, that is reverse blanking input. So this is used for blanking out the leading 0 in multi-digit display. So we can blanking out this input of 0 if you used multiple displays in the same circuit. After that BI, that is blanking input. If it is connected to logic 0, the display switched off irrespective of BCD inputs, and the pin is pin number 4. The next function is RBO, that is reverse blanking output. Again, this function is used for cascading purpose. So this again it is connected to the logic 0. So here the IC number, that is 7447 decoder driving IC. So basically this type of IC is used to drive the 7 segment display. That's why this type of IC is also called as driver IC, 7 segment display. So this is the practical use of 7 segment driver IC 7447. So we can use this IC as in between 7 segment display and 7447. We have to use 7 resistor because it is connected to the active low input. So BCD to 7 segment decoder IC, which converts A to G segments, which are connected to 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 15 and 14 number pin. They are connected to the 7 segments which are A to G, and if you apply BCD input as 0, 0, 0, 0, it will convert into 7 segment, that is 7 bit output, and which will display the number 0 on the 7 segment display. Here common anode display is used, that's why this common anode is connected to the plus 5 volt. So basically this circuit is used in experiment also in 12th standard exam. So here we have completed our chapter number 4, that is multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoders and decoders. So let's discuss the board exam questions. So first of all, HSC board MCQs. So these MCQs are based on this chapter. So first one is dash is a circuit with one input and many inputs. So the circuit is known as demultiplexer. Second MCQ is IC 74155 can be used as dash demultiplexer. So answer is 1:4. Options are 4:1, 1:4, 8:1, 16:1. All three options A, C and D are multiplexer option. That's why answer is 1:4. So the third MCQ is active low output decoders are used for common dash type of LED display. Options are anode, cathode, both and none of this. So the answer is common anode type display. Fourth MCQ is in multiplexer dash input is applied which helps in cascading. So in multiplexer, strobe input is applied, which helps in cascading. So let's discuss the questions. The first question, which is asked for 3 marks in the HSC board exam, that is, what is the multiplexer? What are the advantages of using multiplexer? In this question, you have to explain the principle of multiplexer. Then you have to draw the diagram, logic diagram of multiplexer, and you have to state the advantages of multiplexer for 3 marks. Second question, draw logic diagram for 4:1 multiplexer using gates and explain its truth table. Again, you have to draw the logic diagram for 4:1 mux by using AND gates and NOT gate. And truth table you have to explain. Output is selected by select inputs. Third question is, what is demultiplexer? State the uses of demultiplexer. Again, we have to explain here the construction of demux and use of demux. Fourth question is, what is encoder? Explain decimal to BCD encoder using OR gates. So in this question, you have to explain the principle of encoder first. Then you have to explain the decimal to BCD encoder. You have to draw the logic diagram of decimal to BCD encoder. Fifth question is, explain the use of IC 7445 as BCD to decimal decoder. Again, you have to draw the logic diagram for 7445 IC, which is given in practical also, and explain the explanation of this, why this IC is used as BCD to 7-segment display decoder. Then write a note on BCD to 7-segment decoder driver. Explain important function of driver IC. So here we have to write note on the 7-segment decoder driver IC, which input is octave low, and then we have to explain the important functions of driver IC like lamp test, RBI, RBO, like that. So students, today we have completed our chapter number 4, that is multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder and decoder. So in this chapter we have seen the types of mux, that is 4:1 mux, then types of demux, that is 1:4 demux, then applications of mux and demux. Then we have seen the encoders, the definition of encoder, then types of encoders, priority encoders. Then we have seen the decoders, definition of decoders, then types of decoders, that is BCD to decimal decoder and BCD to 7-segment decoders. Thank you.